Hey, how's it going? Welcome to another R38 crypto video. Now today's topic of conversation is the Drip network. Now I say conversation because we're basically talking, we're friends here, right? Like no one is giving anyone financial advices, we're just discussing for educational purposes what's going around in the crypto space. So this one is potentially one of my favorite DeFi projects, and I really want to talk about it and explain about all the mechanics that have been running inside this network. Now today is going to be the first one of a series because again there's a lot of information there and I don't want to just cramp it up all in one video and end up with an hour video boring everyone. So I'd rather split the info, and that would give me more time and basically the additional added value of digging deeper and giving more insight on some things rather than overlook them. So this one is going to be a website walkthrough, so talking about the different protocols that are installed in the network, the tokens, but it's going to be a bit more than the tip of the iceberg, so we're not going to dig deep, but at least at the end of it you'll get the general understanding of what's going on, and also I think you're gonna get the incentive or the demotivation to either join or not. So yeah, let's see, this is one you don't want to miss. Let's roll. Alright, so on the home page, just let's scroll through the homepage and check a few things real quick. Now those are the main protocols of the network which we're going to be discussing. You can go through the white paper and basically read it through if you want to dig deep and check the details, but again I'm doing this series because this is a visual representation of what the white paper is about, and you can just play the video while doing something else. You don't have to sit and read. Yeah, also you can buy the adjacent token of the Drip network. It's called BR34P. Now BR34P we're gonna be discussing later on. Don't mind that right now. The tutorial, they are nice enough to put up a tutorial, and you can also, like change the language if English is not your native language, or at least if you're not comfortable with it. Now you can access several things here. You can go trade straight away, stake, liquidity farm. So those three buttons are basically relating these three protocols. This will take you to swap, right? Stake will take you to the Faucet, and liquidity farming will take you to the Reservoir. Scrolling down to the bottom of the page, few stats you can check. Now throughout the series at some point I'm going to share a few tools that will really help you. For example, if you want to check the metrics of the system, right? If you want to check a more in-depth look into not only numbers of players overall, but how many players hold how many tokens and so on and so forth. So yeah, Drip has a max supply of 1 million tokens, so there can never be more than that. Again, subject to a few stipulations, but that will come a bit later. Total transactions made, and yeah, we're at almost 110,000 players. That's pretty nice. Alright, so let's go buy some Drip. We're gonna go to the swap page, aka the fountain. It is what it is, right? A fountain has water, it nourishes people, and then a fountain in this case has liquidity, meaning it will enable us to buy Drip and to sell it as well. Now in order to display all of these metrics, you have to basically connect your wallet. Let me quickly disconnect. You see, so as a newcomer to the site, you're gonna have to click connect, choose the wallet that you connect with. So mine is MetaMask, and then voila, everything is visible. That's today's price. Yeah, I just mentioned how the crypto market is looking today, so the price ain't so, yeah, it's so pretty. But anyways, we have both the USDT value and the BNB value, as well as our BNB balance, because we're buying drip with BNB on the in the fountain. Sorry. Yeah. And yeah, that's our drip balance when we do purchase it. So see, so buy, sell. Now buying on the DEX of the drip.com community website. So if you want to buy some drip right here, the fountain, you are exempt from tax, so you're not gonna pay anything. Most probably you're gonna give up maybe a percentage or two for slippage purposes, you know, if there's a lot of congestion, for example, but that's it. You're not gonna pay the normal 10% tax and on top those 1-2%, so that's really nice. So that's why usually the price here is a bit higher than another liquidity pool deployed on PancakeSwap. Oh yeah, so you enter the amount of BNB you want to purchase drip with. It will give you, so if I click on, yeah, if I click here, I'll enter one, let's say, even though I don't have that now, but anyways. So that's how much it tells me in drip, right? So that's the equivalent of what I would be getting at this price point. And then same goes for selling. Whatever drip I have, I can enter here, approve drip. So I have to basically enable this, and then I can sell. But selling, right, takes away 10%, a 10% tax, unfortunately. Yeah, we have to keep the system going. Yeah, our pretty chart, not so pretty right now, but yeah, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, you see? Even though if I zoom in, okay, let me zoom back in, it's much better, to be honest. Right, yeah, looking better. Yeah, this is the 30-minute chart. Also more stats at the bottom. Our supply, our circulating supply. I mentioned that we have a finite supply of 1 million, but this is what's circulating. So there's 128,000 drip that people can buy from the fountain. This is the contract balance that pays stakers, which we're going to be covering shortly. And again, those are the transactions made in the fountain. So specifically in the fountain. Jumping into the faucet. This is perhaps the main utility of the token, and this is perhaps the main incentive that participants are driven to. So basically, if I want to invest in drip or any other projects for that matter, there is something that should draw me into it, right? There is some caveat that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna most probably make some money here, so I want to invest, and I see this as a long-term perspective too. So in this case, this is it. So the faucet basically gives you 1%, right? 1% a day on your drip deposited right here, and they are shifted to your available right here. So I get 1% off of that. However, once you do deposit drip, so we purchase drip in the fountain, right? Now we came to the faucet. I don't want to trade drip, it's pointless. I want to get this passive income. So I come here, I deposited, right? And then when I do, that drip is sacrificed. What I mean by sacrifice is that I can no longer access it, I can no longer remove it from the deposits. Once it's there, done. So every drip that you deposit gets sacrificed to the tax pool, so it gets sent away to a pool that we're gonna call the tax pool, and this tax pool is gonna be paying me and all the other participants 1% dividends per day. That 1% is based off my deposit. So quick math, 1% of 54.5, that would be 0.54502 drip tokens per day. That's what I would be getting. And there, I'm gonna see them here in my available. Now, two things I can do. Either I can hydrate, and hydrate is just another cool word for compound. Compound, I'm guessing that most of you are familiar with the concept. So when I do click on compound, that amount and my available gets shifted to my deposits. So gets added basically. So if I want to hydrate now, this 1.7 drip will get added to my 54.5, and I would be getting roughly about 56.2-ish, kinda. Okay, a few more things. Claimed is the number, I mean, it's pretty clear, the number of drip tokens I claimed. However, if I do claim, so when I claim, I remove the available drip tokens from that part and I put them in my wallet, most probably to sell. Otherwise, why would I claim? When I do claim, they get added right here. And when I do hydrate, they also get added right here. However, this part, when I hydrate, even though they're added to my claim, they increase my maximum payout. I'm only allowed to ever get 3.65x my deposit tokens, meaning 3.65% percentage points. You can do quick math and you can figure out that if I multiply this number by 3.65, I'm gonna get that much. So if I decide to start claiming today, every day, I can only claim that much. So my claimed amount is almost 21. Deduct 21 from 199, that would be 178. So I can claim a maximum of 178 tokens. However, every time I add to my deposits through compounding, I also underlyingly increase my maximum payout, right? Logic. And by doing so, I get to claim more drip later on. So I'm getting to the point where me telling you the more you compound, the more you earn eventually. Assuming that the price remains favorable. I'm not saying assuming that the price remains the same, because yeah, that is nonsense, but favorable, as in at some point, if I'm making 3 times the amount of drips I'm making today and the price drops by 50%, I'm still making more than I am today with my current deposits. So favorably speaking, you gotta play the game in your favor. So you gotta monitor the price, increase your deposits, increase your daily rewards, take some profits when you need to, you know, secure that return on investment eventually, so whatever you invested. So yeah, there are many ways to play this game, and if you play it right, most probably you're gonna end up winning. The team is basically the number of people, right, that are part of your team, literally, meaning they joined using your wallet address, because this is my next point. In order to deposit the drip that I previously bought, I have to get a buddy. I have to be part of a team. Why? This is actually a cool incentive that basically gives free marketing to the platform, right? So word of mouth is a very powerful thing, and because of this, right, people start rushing and they want to join teams, they want to benefit, because there's something called a team wallet. And with legitimate teams, which for example the one I'm gonna mention later on, and the one that's gonna be in the description of this video, they promise you actual airdrops. So they're gonna give you drips, right, drip tokens to your faucet, meaning to your deposits, on a weekly basis, bi-weekly basis, or whatever. And that will also help you, that will also increase your deposits over time, gives you more of that 1% and so on. So it's a domino effect, literally. So in order for me to deposit, I need the body address, and getting a body address, like if it's your friend, if it's someone you know, or if you research the Telegram, the socials, and you saw that there's a cool team giving cool incentives, like giving you back the deposit tax and so on, yeah, that's also cool. Or you can, like I said, join my team, link in the description. So Coming back, when I do deposit, so I get my buddy, I add the wallet and I update. It's not visible here because it's done for me, but it's gonna be visible for you. There's gonna be an update button. Actually, let me quickly hover through another wallet, maybe one that's not in the faucet, and I can perhaps show you how it would look like in essence. So anyways, while doing so, yeah, it's taken its sweet time to load for some reason. Alright, let's go to this one. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Anyways, yeah, it's not working because I think the site is just taking any wallet that I was connected to. Yeah, I'm just refreshing. Great, here we are. So you have to add the buddy address here and click on update. Done. Or you can support marketing and development, meaning you're gonna use the marketing wallet. So coming back here, I updated my buddy, I enter my drip, I deposit, I get taxed 10% as well. That's all. That also goes to the tax pool. Then the drip tokens that I have will be added to my deposits, and then I'm in the faucets, I start earning my passive income. I'm happy. All good. Referral rewards, for example, if you have a team, you're gonna get some referral rewards from the people who are in your downline. So if they hydrate, if they deposit, you're gonna get some tax rewards. So 10% of their deposits are gonna be added to yours, and 5% of their hydrates or their compound, not necessarily to yours, but the first compound will be yours, so 5% of that will be yours. However, deposits and compounds, right, operate in something called a round robin. Meaning, if I'm, for example, let's say I have a team, I decided to go under marketing and development, so one of the first wallets, and let's assume you joined with my team, so you're under this wallet. Whenever you deposit or you compound, I get once, and then the second time the marketing wallet gets it, then it's me again, then it's the marketing wallet. So it goes round and round and round. Now if there are more people above, so let's say if there are 3 or 4, then have to go from me all the way to the top and then from me again. So yeah, that's how it goes. That's the round robin system. And it's cool. It basically gives incentives to anyone in the chain. Again, play it like you see fit. It's a game theory at the end of the day, and it's making us money. Why not? One more thing, actually 2 more things. Sorry, you can check here. You'll watch just, for example, if you have any directs, teams, if you're in a net deposit state, meaning let's say if you have a team, you have to have a net deposit above 0 in order to benefit from those referral rewards, or otherwise you won't. That's one of the issues. It's not an issue, actually, it's an incentive to get you to hydrate more. And net deposits, I'm gonna display the formula in another video, but it's essentially goes back to your max payout versus claimed in a nutshell. Also, the airdrop section you can also play with. So if let's we go back to the example where I have a team and I want to basically send airdrops to my team. Here, for example, I can see how many team members I have if I enter my address. In the team airdrop section, I can enter, for example, my address and then do an airdrop campaign, choose how many people, what is the depth of the layer. So if I want to airdrop the direct referrals or indirect referrals and so on, choose for example the option, okay, these people should have a net deposit of 1+ or maybe more. I can choose that. I want to airdrop 10 drips, I enter it here and then I run it and then I send it. Or I can do a direct airdrop where I enter the wallet address of the person I'm airdropping to and then I enter the amount and then send. Airdrops are also subject to 10% tax because they're technically deposits in your faucet, because that's where they will end up being. So yeah, they're also subject to 10% tax. Before I move on, I just want to add one more thing. We discussed that you as a team leader can get referral rewards in Drip from the people who join your team, right? However, there are two conditions upon which you should meet in order to get those bonuses. First is that you have to be in a net positive state, as we discussed, right? So generally speaking, whatever adds to your deposits, so the amount you deposit at first, the hydrations, the airdrops, because all of these are going to be added to your deposits, and the claimed tokens are the one that you took away, right, from your available. So as long as you have more of your deposits than whatever you claimed, you're going to be in a net positive state, which can also be displayed here. If you enter your address and you look at net deposits, you can see. So if that number is positive, meaning you can benefit. Plus, you need to own, since we passed through this really quickly at the beginning of the video, you need to own at least two of the token called BR34P that is also deployed on the Binance Smart Chain and is interrelated to Drip, as in you need to own some of this token in your wallet, of course, in order to benefit from referral rewards. Now later on we're gonna see the hierarchy of all of this, so the layers and how many tokens you need to own to benefit from each. But just quickly, your direct, so the people who deposited directly under your wallet address, right, you would need to earn two of these tokens in order to benefit from the referral rewards. If people, for example, deposit using theirs, then you need to have three to get from the layer 2, and so on and so forth. This is what we're going to be checking later on. Now last but not least, we have the Reservoir, something I call the backbone of this whole ecosystem, even though it's overlooked sometimes, but this thing is very important to keeping us afloat. So it acts similarly to the Faucet, as in you have to make some deposits, it gets added to your deposits here, total drops, your stake percentage. It's a bit different, but at the end of the day it's the same when it comes to compounding, claiming, withdrawing, etc. However, what you need to understand is to enter this versus the Faucet, you deposit Drip, you're in. Here you have to get in with BNB. So I buy drop, so this token right here, right, with BNB, and the price of one drop is the price of BNB today times the price of Drip. So let's assume Drip is at $10, let's say $20 or $10, doesn't matter. Drip is at BNB is at 400, so 400 times 10, that's 4,000. So one drop would cost me $4,000, and I'll get whatever drop amount based on whatever I enter in BNB. So if I have 0.1 drop, meaning I entered with what, $400 worth of BNB, so 1 BNB. That's just quick math. And here the percentage of stake I own from total drops in the Reservoir. And based on this, I'll get my main rewards in BNB, which I can also withdraw. So when I withdraw the drops, the underlying asset, I get BNB in my wallet, not drops. This is something to understand. Drop is just a figure of speech to give you the Drip times BNB amount. And you can also compound, right? Not only claim. So when you claim, then you withdraw, or you can compound. And you don't need, just quickly going through the page, you don't need to have anybody or any team in the Reservoir. So it's a solo game. And the main take of the Reservoir is that yes, you get BNB referral rewards. You get BNB rewards from the system because there's a tax when people enter, and there's a pool that pays out every day. So it's not very clear. There's no daily fixed percentage that you would be getting. It depends on the activity, of course. And it's a slow process, so it's a long-term game. So eventually you're gonna make profit, but not today, not tomorrow, not in a month, not in 2 months perhaps. So yeah, it's patience plus the rewards that you'll be getting by supporting the platform, because 3% of the activity here gets added to the liquidity, right? So the fountain in drip.community. So without explaining this again, but the more liquidity there is, the less price impact there is. Meaning you're indirectly benefiting yourself by putting money into the reservoir if you're also in the faucet, and others as well. So the whole ecosystem altogether. Hence the importance of being in the reservoir. And without going too technical, the underlying value here is that the more there is in the reservoir, the more liquidity there is, plus the more the price, the minimum price upon which the value of drip doesn't drop if the circulating supply remains the same. So to give you a quick example, if today the price is $20 but my circulating supply, let's say, is 100k, if you add more to the reservoir, you're gonna harden this floor, meaning if people sell, let's say, another 5k drip, the price could be the same, because now I'm attributing this 105k circulating supply to the same price floor that was attributed to 100k, you know, because when there's more supply, the price decreases. When there's less, the price increases. That's how drip works, right? So people are buying more than they're selling, but if people are selling more than they're buying, and I'm feeding the reservoir, that dynamic between circulating supply and price will keep on shifting in my favor. You're giving me a higher price floor for the same circulating supply. So yeah, it's more complicated than this, but this is the basic logic behind this, and we're gonna tackle this even further. And that's it from me today. I hope you found this video useful overall, and I really hope that I explained in a very simplistic way what Dripnetwork is about. Again, this is just basically catching on the tip of the iceberg of all of this amazing platform. Now, yeah, like I said, this is a series, so you can expect more videos relating drip, many more. I would say, like, other than explaining the basics, the mechanics, there will always be updates. I really hope I'll catch you in the next one though, because there will always be many more crypto related videos to look forward to. And as always, take care of your finances and trade responsibly. Thanks for watching.